loves, welcome back to another video on my channel. This is 10 more easy, quick, simple Christmas gel polish nail art ideas. Right, okay. Now I've got all that out of the way. So number one is basically we're just going to have a look at snowflakes. Really quick, simple, easy designs for snowflakes. I have put a blue base on my nail and a matte top coat so I can work on top of that. I'm using a dotting tool and some white art gel to do 5 dots. I marked the center of where I want the snowflake. I've done 2 dots above, 2 dots below. I'm doing 2 dots to the right and 2 to the left, so we're making a cross. Now if you look at the first dot out of the center of each prong, if you like, you're going to make a grid. So add an extra dot off to the top right, the bottom right, bottom left, top left, right? So you can use the fine end of a dotting tool to join these together. You don't need any more gel at this point. That is the absolute end of it. I prefer a really fine brush. You don't need any more gel on your brush, as I'm showing you while I'm waving my brush around furiously. I don't choose any more. Start from the middle and drag your brush from the middle very slowly and what is even the word, like steady, measured, metered through those dots anyway. So you're working from the middle and you're going to drag out, and then diagonally you're going to drag out past that end dot. And I'm being lazy. Look, I could turn the nail and go from the middle outwards, but I won't because I'm lazy. Don't be me, don't be lazy, turn the nail. You see, I'm like, oh, how could I do this with minimum effort? Terrible. I am the worst. Right, so I'm going to basically speed this up now. I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to mark out the center, but I'm going to do it the other way. So instead of doing a horizontal and vertical line, I'm doing the longer lines on the diagonal, and then the single lines I'm doing as the cross. And I just wanted to show you how they look slightly different if you do them slightly on the wonk, or if you make the diagonal lines an extra dot longer and the horizontal and vertical 1 dot shorter, or whatever. This is cured and top coated, and these are the most simple snowflakes, but they look lush. So another snowflake design, although there are 10 ideas on this video, you will get a couple of them where there's 2 designs per idea. So another snowflake, we're going to do a cross, and we're going to do like a vertical horizontal cross and then a diagonal cross through it. You're going to draw with the gel little V shapes on the end of your longest prongs. Okay, mark those out, and then you're going to go back and draw V shapes on your shortest prongs. If you can hear that munch crunch, that is Frank. He's decided at nearly midnight that he's gonna take this opportunity while I'm voicing over a YouTube video. He's gonna go and have a munch crunch, because he can. And you know, if I was a sausage dog, I would as well, probably. He gets away with loads, that one. Can you hear him? He's noisy, well noisy, like properly. Crunch. It's just the worst. Right, you can see what I'm doing there. I'm adding little legs off of the long prongs of the snowflakes. So I'm going to do the same design again, slightly smaller, just to show you that you are able to do them. They look fiddly. As long as you've got a fine brush and some decent art gel, you'll be fine. So work your way through those. They've been cured and top coated, and it is literally just a star and prongs. Perfect. Right, let's jump into design number 2. And design number 2 is Christmas lights. Now these are just about the easiest design you could ever do. I'm flapping my gloved finger around furiously to try and show you that the first thing you need to do is decide what pattern your string of lights is going to follow. So the first thing you need to do is your cable, like the wire, I don't know, whatever you call it, the white. Well, you don't even have to do it in black. You can do it in silver, you could do it in white, you could do it in pink if you wanted. So give that a cure, draw it out and give it a cure. Okay, so for your lights, I'm using the Wow Bow gel liners because they have little brushes built into the lids, which means I don't have to decant on the palette, I don't have to mess about cleaning my brushes. And for these light shapes, which are like candle bulb shapes, if you have gel on your brush and you push the brush slightly flat, put the tip on where you've drawn the cable and push the brush down, it actually makes the right shape. You don't have to draw it on, you literally press. And it's like finger painting. So if you imagine finger painting, you're literally pressing the tip onto the cable and then pressing the belly down, and it will make exactly the right shape for a candle bulb for these lights. How perfect is that? So there you go, that is those. They are done, cured and top coated. You could highlight the cable, you could highlight the bulbs. That's kind of what I'm indicating. Quick and simple, easy peasy. Right, on to number 3. Whizzing through. So we're going to do some festive leaves, festive looking leaves. We're going to decide maybe 2 branches on the nail, where they're going to go. I'm going to take myself a nice fine brush, grab some brown gel, and I'm going to do like the twigs, the central twiggy main bits of them in brown. All of these designs are all about quick and simple. They're all about easy techniques for people that aren't keen on nail art or are new to nail art. So, you know, don't be looking for hidden artistic technique in these videos, because this ain't that at all. I do have videos where this is that, but this ain't that. Right. So I'm taking my green gel. You can use gel polish, you can use art gel, you can use these liner gels. And I'm just making some long leaf shapes off of these branches. I don't know what this plant is supposed to be. I think I just made it up, if I'm totally honest with you. But it looks cool when it's finished, so keep watching. So long sort of straggly leaves, and in the summer we were all doing these over abstract backgrounds, so you know what you're doing, you've done them before. Pop them on, get them cured. I'm using a dotting tool. I'm going to grab some red, because red is notorious for festive berries, and festive leaves need festive berries. So I'm just going to grab some clusters of dots, and they look like little berries, and that just looks super cute. I would possibly add a few little blobs of white snow on the top, and that would be perfect. So on to number 4. And we're going to I've got a pink tip and I've got some gold gel. This is going to be a bow and a ribbon, but super simple. So start by drawing a square, and that's going to be the middle part of your bow. So off of the square, and when I stop faffing, I'll get round to doing, you know, like the main bit of the design. We're kind of going to draw or paint on some rounded triangles. That's kind of the best way. So if you imagine that you turn that nail on the side, it's like a triangle shape. So you've got the 2 sides, and then the bottom of it is slightly curved, and we're making a bow. Okay, so don't worry about the details at this point. Fill it in all in gold, and we'll add the detail after. What you want to do at that point is decide what you want your little ribbons to look like, or even if you want ribbons, you might not want ribbons dangling down. You might not be that kind of person. Maybe you don't. Maybe you've tucked yours away. Maybe you're neater than me. I like mine dangling. I like a bit of dangle. So I'm using a fine brush to pull the ends down to give it 2 sort of little jaggedy bits off of each bit of the ribbon. So I have cured that off screen. Make sure you cure it. Don't try and do your fine lines on top of wet gel. And I'm just really quite roughly going around the edge of this bow. Now on the top, instead of just outlining, I'm drawing a leaf shape, and that is all it is. It looks, you know, it's quite, if you're not somebody who really is into art, it could be quite intimidating. It's really not. So just chuck in a leaf shape at the top, and it gives it like a little bit of a 3D effect. You don't have to add any shading. Literally a couple of little lines gives the impression of a bow. It's cute. It's really cute. So I've grabbed some glitter gel polish, really highly pigmented, and this is from the premium glitter gel polish collection from Wow. Turn the nail upside down, which you can absolutely do with your client's hand, and I'm just painting a stripe, a thick stripe down the middle behind the bow, through the nail, and just sort of imagining where that would meet behind that bow. You can use a different colour, you can use a contrasting colour, you could use any colour you like. You can outline the bow, so do black stripes down the side, you could put white stripes down the side, you could put no stripes. I've top coated that, and that is my little bow and the parcel ribbon. Design number 5 is a cute little winter friend, and he needs a name. So if you could comment what you think his name should be. This is a really sweet little guy, and he's like a little winter penguin. So we're going to draw the mound of the top of his head, and it is literally just a mound. So imagine that is like a cuffed shape, and it's a band of black. We're going to fill that in. We're going to make a decision as to where his beak's going to be and pop a dot. And then we're going to draw a line from the middle of this black band down to where his beak's going to be, thicken it up, and we're going to make that into an M shape. Give that a cure, and then we're going to take some white gel. If you can hear, that's my dog. He's decided to get up on my lap, right in my face, come for a cuddle and a kiss. Now he's snoofling. Oh, Frank. Oh, Frank. So fill in your M shape with white, and that's going to be the main part of our penguin. Very cute. I love him already. Oh no, I know, Frank, not as much as I love you. I know. Right, so it's going to be a little triangle for his beak, starting from the point of the bottom of that black, and then you're using a dotting tool to put in 2 little beady black eyes. Super cute. Now I have done this design on a live as well, and I popped a Santa hat on top of his head, which was really cute as well. Super easy, a little bit of white floof, red glittery triangle with a little white fluffy blob on the end, which was really, really cute. So there you go, here's our little winter penguin. Let me know in the comments what you think his name should be. Number 6, so we're halfway already. Oh my god. Right, okay, so I'm starting off with a white tip, and I have matte top coated it as always. Remember, if you do nail art, chuck on a matte top coat over your base, because then it protects it. If you get anything wrong, you want to wipe it off, it's already top coated, so no problem. Right, I'm using a red art liner, and we're going to do 2 wiggly lines. So this is going to be Santa's coat. Easy, super easy way. We're going to leave that white ruff down the middle, and we're going to fill in those edges. They don't have to be neat, they don't have to even be even. Not even. Not even. Right, cure it. Okay, so I'm using gold for his belt buckle, and his belt buckle is going to just be the outline of like a rectangle, I suppose, and then a little line for where it goes through the belt. Give that a cure. I'm going to use some grey, pale grey, to draw in, or paint in, should I say. I keep saying draw, it's not really, is it? Some little C shapes, and that is to give like a little cartoon impression of that white being fluff, like a fluffy fur trim kind of thing. I'm going to use black then to do the rest of his belt, and that's literally just going to consist of going from the buckle to the edges of the nail, and then you're going to colour the inside of that buckle as well, being careful to go around that centre part and make sure you leave that. Yeah, so that is literally it, and then it's like Santa's coat. It's super cute, really cute idea. I really love this, and some people just don't like doing the faces, which is fine, but Yeah, I love it. It's proper, like, quick and easy, Christmassy. You know, it could be Mrs. Claus coat, couldn't it? Could be my coat for all you guys know. That's what I wear at the weekends. Right, so number 7. Only in December though, but don't tell anybody. Number 7. Number 7. Design. Right. What are we going to do? Number 7's all about tartan or plaid or whatever you want to call it, really. Basically just lines and stripes. So this design I've done, the first one I've done on white, just so you can see it more clearly. And I'm just starting off with the gold gel. Now I think gold, especially around Christmas time, when you're doing tartan or plaid, I think gold and red and white really, and black are the sort of traditional colours, aren't they? So I started with white, like I said, so you can see. I've done some gold lines, and then I'm using this really gorgeous red colour, like deep sort of red, to paint a line either side of the gold. I'm flash curing as I go, just to make sure that I don't smudge anything. I'm deciding where I'm going to put my next lines. This is a much brighter red, so I'm mixing my tones of red on the same design. Now where you draw these lines on in gel, they're going to be bumpy, so when you draw across, make sure that you get in all the nooks and crannies. If they are super bumpy and you don't want that texture on the nail, do a layer of base coat on top of that, give it a cure, and then top coat on top of that, and it will help you even all of that artwork out. So this time I'm going in on a base of red, and I'm using the gold again. So this is so effective, gold and red together, especially at Christmas. It gives you a super Christmas vibe. Absolutely love it. I'm flash curing in between, so you don't want wet gold and then to go over with another colour, because you will just smudge it. You'll pull those colours across the nail. So make sure that you do flash cure, even if it's 10-15 seconds at a time. Use different thicknesses of stripes together as well. And I've matte top coated this one for a super festive material kind of effect, and I love it. Have a go, just have a play and experiment. Use a super long brush for lines and just lay it flat on the nail and pull. Okay, so this design is a very basic Christmas wreath. I've started off with a nude nail just for something slightly different, and I'm loading this up with dots, 2 different types of green. Now every time I flash off the screen, I'm flash curing. I'm layering them up, and sometimes I'm putting one on top of the other while they're still wet, because we're going for a sort of impression technique, so we're not drawing leaves. And then I'm just adding some dots of red, like festive berries, as we did before. And then I've top coated it, and that is literally it. But every single person will know exactly what that's supposed to be. So quick and easy, super simple. Okay, number 9. I'm going to show you 2 different Christmas pudding designs, because it's Christmas pudding and it's food, so yeah, you're going to get 2. Right, so draw a white cuff at the top. It's a brown base, so the whole nail is going to be the pud. We're going to use the drip technique, so we're drawing dots, lines up to the top, and then we're joining it all together and rounding off our corners at the top. I'm using different shades of brown, and I'm blobbing them on the nail, as you can see, darker brown. And then I'm going to use the same brown as the base, and I'm going to blob that all over. Now you can do that on the nail and cure it before you do the white for the brandy sauce, butter, cream, whatever it is on the top. But you know, whichever way you like. You don't even have to do it. You just leave it plain brown if you want. So this is a super quick and easy holly. It's the line through the middle, the 2 lines, join it all together, 3 dots for the berries, and voila. I've cured it, I've top coated it. That is a Christmas pud nail. I'm going to show you a second design for Christmas pud nail, because I just like it. I like it. So I've done a silver glitter base for the nail, and we're going to have the pud at the bottom. Right, so I've done a base of the brown gel polish, cured it, and then I'm using this sort of brassy glitter instead of the mottled gel design like I did on the last nail. So this is going to be a super glittery pud on a glittery nail, because you know, if you can't have like everything glittery at Christmas, then when can you? You know, don't be crazy. Don't be crazy. Right, I've added glittery holly, glittery berries, glittery everything, and I've top coated it, and that is so pretty. Love him. Okay, this is number 10. It's the last design of the video, but I really hope that you've enjoyed having a second video with 10 more designs and techniques and stuff on here. So this one is like a swirly swoosh. So I basically am making a pattern from the center of the left hand side, and I'm using this pale blue and this glitter blue and painting in segments. Now all of the segments are going to finish in the middle point on the left hand side, and they are going to be curved, and they are going to be larger and wider out towards the edge, and you'll see what I mean. But I've left the base white because it brings out all of the blue and the pigment and everything better, especially for the glitter. But I'm also leaving a gap between these colours, so I'm flash curing in between, or I'm curing fully in between, and that's your preference. But I'm leaving a gap in between, so it's basically leaving a white fine line between the segments. Now if you mess up those lines, you can paint them back in, which is super duper easy. Or if you've got a steady hand, then yeah, good luck to you. Right, again, I've top coated that, and that is that. So really hope that you have enjoyed this video. I am going to show you all of these designs together in some weird wobbly camera, like throwing my light around way. Yeah, have fun, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.